What's up, YouTube? What's poppin'? It's your girl, and I'm back with another video for y'all. Guys, I am back with another collab. Like, y'all should just expect it at this point, because at this point, I'm collabing every freaking day. Like, just expect it. I'm going to be collabing with somebody that I have actually been following on social media for well over a year now. I did meet her in person. She is an artist. She is a very beautiful woman, and just honestly, you can just feel the alignment with us through this last year, so I had to hop on a collab with her. I'm super excited to have her in the building today. We are gonna be making acai bowls, and we have some Q&As for each other. So I did tell her I have yet to do a Q&A on my channel where I am able to have someone else, come up with the questions, but I'm able to really dig deep when it comes to my content creation, what I've built, what I am building, and just kind of me on that personal aspect. So I told her it'd be super cool to allow each other to get to know each other for the camera. There's a lot of things that I want to ask her and get to know about her music and just her as an artist in general. So I think this will be a really fun collab and a really great way for you guys to not only get to know me, but also get to know her and just see what she's about. That being said, we're gonna get straight into the video. All right, guys, I am here with Azaria. Girl, like, what is it that you do? Introduce yourself, you know, give them a little taste of you.
I'm a music artist. I don't like to define myself in like categories. A lot of people ask me like, oh, are you an R&B artist? Are you a hip hop artist? I'm just an artist.
This is actually her music right now that we have on in the background. Make sure you guys go check her out on, where are you all on music-wise?
I'm on all platforms. So Pandora, Spotify, music, of course the music, but YouTube, Apple Music, just all that good stuff. You can just find me with Azaria, Azeriah.
I will also have her Instagram and all of the other links that she just gave to you guys for her music in the description below. You guys know I always plug you with that type of information. So you guys, like I said, we're gonna be making acai bowls. My girl got her acai maker over. And we have some questions for each other today. These questions are more so based around content creation and just what we're doing within her music, within my YouTube channel, within her YouTube channel, and things like that. We're just gonna get straight into the video.
So we're gonna need a bowl.
Okay, how
We
big?
can put it in here. Actually, the chunky shit, we can put it in here. But I would prefer.
She said the chunky shit, we can put it there. Hey! Okay, so she's teaching me, I don't have the acai maker. This hers. So I'm kind of just going with what she's doing.
So we're gonna fill the bowl. First question. Let's see if I can read because I'm blind. What inspired your content creating journey?
I would say what inspired my content creation journey is that I always was told from a young age, like, you need a reality TV show. And I always knew from a young age that I wanted to be something big. Like, I tried trying out for those acting things and those dancing things, singing, and I was like, one of these things is gonna take off. When I started getting older, it was more so just the group that I was around. I had started hanging out with someone new, and they were showing, you know, they were kind of putting me onto their friend group, and their entire friend group was just all starting on YouTube, and they were like, you should get on YouTube. I was in YouTube videos with like friends. It was just really vicinity. I was like, honestly, people have told me to get on YouTube multiple times. Like, people are like, you should have a YouTube channel, you should have a YouTube channel. And I was like, I could never do that. I don't know how to work technology. I feel like it was just being in the vicinity of people, and then when I did my first video, like, that was really it for me. Like, I loved just expressing myself and being in front of the camera. Even though I was awkward at first, like, I really genuinely loved it.
Just having that outlet almost.
Yeah, like, it was really empowering. And like I said, the people I was around, I was doing lots of collabs with them on their channels. Just like, just me as a person, and everyone was like commenting, like, I love her, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I just need to get my own channel. Like, I just need to start my own channel. Okay, so I'm gonna get straight into my first question for you.
Okay.
And that would have to be, which one of your songs best describes / resonates with you the most?
See, I guess I kind of got ahead of you in this question because that's what my first album was for. My first album, I labeled it or named it September 8th. That's my birthday.
Okay.
Yes. So I did that because that is basically like, look, this is me as an artist. This is who I am. This is what I'm bringing to the table.
Right.
For
this is what happened on my birthday. I was born and this is No, like seriously, like you were born into the world for like very specific reasons, and like it all started for you like on the day of your birth.
It just depends on what aspect of me you want to know, honestly, because each of my songs do describe a different part of me. They do a different part of me, like my inner child sings certain songs.
I love that.
There's times where that angry teenager is just screaming at the mic, not necessarily, but that's how I make music. That's who I bring to the table.
We get into the acai making. I've never seen this before, so I'm like curious. Like, what is this? Why don't you fill it up? Like, I'm so confused. I need to get me one of these. Like,
You want a chonky?
Is that enough?
No.
Oh.
I'm just gonna. This is the real deal right here.
What the fuck is that?
So that's gonna create your consistency of whatever else you put in there. So if I want some chia seeds, it's gonna smush them, but not completely make them not seeds.
Oh, okay. What the fuck? I've never seen this. I need to get one.
Next question. Were there any creators that inspired you?
Well, I have to be 110% honest and say no. Because when I hopped on YouTube, I was not on TikTok and I was barely on Instagram, really. Like, yeah, Instagram for me wasn't shit, like, for real. Like, Instagram was like, you go and post nature photos. So, like, when I hopped on YouTube, I hadn't watched YouTube. I wasn't watching YouTubers. I honestly, still till this day, it's really hard for me to sit down and watch YouTubers, like, straight up. Like, I sometimes will try and go to other creators or YouTubers for inspo, but like that's just like not me. I don't really have the attention span for that. I have like certain inspiration now, but not while I was coming up. Definitely not while I was coming up. I feel like that's why it's taken me so long to get consistent. I feel like if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you guys know I have went through waves of being inconsistent where I like posted for months on end every single day, and then I fall off for a few months, and then I get back on and I fall off. And now I've just made it to a point where like I've acknowledged that about myself, that I'm the only person that's ever inspired this shit, the only person that's ever motivated this shit, and like and that itself is super powerful. I'm just wondering why there's so many blueberries in this bitch. Like, okay, I'm gonna ask you my second question while we start making mine though. My second question for you is when did you start making music, and what / who inspired it? So it kind of goes off of what she just asked me.
I started writing when I was about 12 or 13. I wrote my first song when I was 13. Recorded it when I was 13.
13?
Yes, I was 13 when I first started.
How old are you now?
I'm 18 now.
Girl!
5 years later.
You're 18?
You're in your 20s, right? What's that?
Girl, I'm about to turn 23.
Oh my gosh! It's gonna give you definitely a more chunky consistency.
I like chunk. I like chunk! I like them big. I like them chunky. Oh, I'm gonna just cut my whole finger off. Y'all literally just witnessed that, and I can't wait to put that in my video. But yeah, okay, so you answered, you started when you were 13, then we got off the topic, usually what happens. But did anybody inspire it? If so, who?
First person that comes to my head, my dad. I grew up in the studio actually. My dad was underground. He was an underground rap here in Phoenix, Arizona. He went by Slow to Bandit. Their group was Easy Bandits. I don't know, it's way back when. But yeah, I actually grew up in the studio, and just I was surrounded by music my whole life.
Hurry and make it.
You want me to make it?
How do I do the rest of it, girl? I'm scared. Like.
There you go.
In my head, that's what makes it an acai. Wait, how do I? I'm scared!
Here, I got you. I got you. How long did it take to get comfortable in front of the camera?
Ooh, hold
Was
on.
that just something you kind of like, okay, I got this?
I obviously feel like when it comes to camera confidence, I had more than like a normal person, because obviously to even start YouTube, whether you feel you're comfortable in the camera or not, like to even start it and post a video, obviously you have to be like somewhat comfortable in front of the camera. I feel like my confidence goes up every time I post a video. There was never really a specific time where I was like, yeah, like it totally has changed for me and I'm now completely comfortable on the camera. It's just the more trial and error like the more videos I've taken, the more I've seen how I, you know, look and what's awkward and what's not awkward. I just more so know myself, know what to do, know what looks awkward, what's not awkward, know my angles, like I said, and that helps me be more confident because I feel like I just know what I'm doing now. I will say though, with my vlogs, it had to take me a lot of self-accountability and self-awareness to realize that me going out and smoking, you know what I'm saying, before I vlogged, hindered my vlogs being so in-depth because I was overthinking literally everything. Number 3 that I have for you, I'm still like building my Acia, but number 3 that I have for you is, if there's a message that you could give to an upcoming artist or someone looking to get into the music industry, what would it be?
Know yourself as an artist. Tying into what you were saying, just get into just a feel. Like me, I don't do anything before I perform. Know yourself in the kind of music you want to make, knowing yourself, who you bring to the mic. And when I say that, it's all about delivery. One thing I would recommend, like knowing yourself, because when I did start out, people didn't take me serious because I didn't take myself serious.
Straight the fuck up. No, can you repeat that sentence for me one more time?
They didn't take me serious because I didn't take myself serious.
And I think this goes for a lot of things, a lot of hobbies. Even when it comes to business owners, small business owners, when you don't take yourself seriously, others won't take you seriously as well. Same with your music, same with my channel. I felt that. I love that you said that.
That was one thing, like, everyone knew I had something, but did I believe in myself enough to know that I had that? I really put myself in this box that was only imaginary.
Mindset matters. And I've talked about this so many times on my channel. You guys know I talked about this. Mindset truly does matter. Like what you just said. That's why I love that quote that you just said. I think that it like just puts that mindset matters into like a longer sentence, but also keeping it short and sweet.
Yeah.
And that was like really powerful, a really powerful message.
Question number 4 was, have you came across any negative feedback? If so, how did you handle?
Me personally, I haven't really had a video get any sort of feedback on my YouTube channel quite yet, unless it was just like, again, positive feedback. But I would say for my TikTok, I've had more than a few videos go viral, and one of the ones that I had that was over like 1 million views definitely had people just not agreeing with what the video was about, and it was just funny comedy. For me, it was one of those things where it's just like, I'm not gonna sit here and over explain myself to user 157892334. I'm seriously not. So it's like, if you don't get the joke, like you're just gonna keep scrolling. Like, I know you're not gonna come back here and still hate on me. So it's like, if you don't get it, you don't get it. I don't know what to tell you. I haven't really experienced any like negativity like thrown at me, like personally, or like my looks. Anything that would really like kind of make me kind of sit back and really reflect, or have to like almost like take a break from social media, because I know sometimes that does happen. I will say this, I've had a lot of people come to me and they're like, can I give you some feedback and you not take it the wrong way? And I'm like, absolutely. And they just like tell me something that can help me elevate me or my channel or my delivery. And that is something I really do encourage people to do.
I called it fruit soup.
I'm definitely doing that. 4th question that I have for you is, being a creator, what is something you would say you struggled with when it comes to this type of just industry, just, you know, putting yourself out there and being either, whether you're a small business owner, artist, content creator, like what for you, obviously like being an artist, like what is something that you struggled with along the way?
Confidence. And it wasn't necessarily confidence in myself, but confidence in my work. Like knowing whether, okay, does this song even sound like a song?
That's deep.
Yeah,
that's deep.
As I mentioned, I started making music when I was like 13. It took me until I turned about 16, 15 to actually post something and actually want to share it with the world, because music is therapy for me. End of the day, that is my therapy. That's where I go to release. That's where I go to decompress. And so that was very scary, putting my feelings, my heart out there like that.
I just feel like, you know, to really put yourself out there with whatever you're doing, it's super scary, because everyone is just, it seems like everyone's just like out to get you. And they don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you win, especially at such a young age.
I feel like
people
at that
do not want to see you win.
People do that because like they don't know themselves. So seeing somebody else kind of get to know who they really are, that's something a lot of people get envious about, and they don't even know it. 5th question.
5th question.
Did you always see yourself becoming a content creator?
I think this kind of has to go back on when I was saying I always seen myself when I was younger just being big Younger, I associated that with like, I'm gonna be famous. Like, I literally said that since I was young, like, I'm going to be famous. Like, I'm famous. Now it's like, I don't necessarily do this for fame, but I do this to be a voice.
Literally, I'm gonna clap for that.
I just want to be a voice. Like, I want people to hear what I have to say, but I want people to want to hear what I have to say. So I think I love the process of building this. When I posted my vlog, if you guys watched it, the creator of Bosses Who Brunch, she said, I love the hustle. I think the hustle and the journey that goes into like forming what you're trying to create, whether it's a small business or like, you know, a music outlet or a YouTube channel, is so unappreciated. The grind and the hustle of that is so unappreciated. But like, literally when I got introduced to me, like, I knew I was gonna stick with it, and I knew I was gonna build a career out of it, and I knew I was gonna do whatever it takes, even if it literally took me until I'm fucking 50 years old to get shit rolling, that I was just gonna have to like start the process now so I could get the shit rolling. Okay, so question 5 is, what is something you learned about yourself during this process?
Ooh, I definitely learned how to be patient with myself.
Oh my god, you never lied! Why are you spitting facts? Why are you spitting fucking facts? Hard facts. Patience.
It's just the truth. Definitely learn how to be patient. And when I say patient, like literally take it step by step, retrack, listen. Do I feel these lyrics? I've never had patience growing up.
Me neither.
And it's not necessarily me having patience with people, but people not having patience with me, especially the people I love. So me kind of taking a step back and learning how to just be within myself and just pace myself.
I even feel like too, being patient with yourself when it comes to taking a break.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes, like, especially when it comes to this type of creation, when you're creating content or creating music or in a small business, like listening to your body and yourself when it comes to like taking a break. You know how it gets when you're working a 9 to 5 so you can establish your own career. So you just feel like you're going. You know what I'm saying? So being patient with yourself and realizing like, hey, I need a break and it's okay. Yes. Literally. It's okay for me to take a break.
Yeah.
And
I might even think about that.
Yeah. Like literally that's the first thing I actually thought about, because like I've definitely taken my fair share of breaks on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and I also have friends right now that are in the process of that as well, and I've been telling them, just be patient with yourself because it will come in due time. I feel like patience is so important. There's a lot of really important words that got brought up in just this conversation as we're halfway through it, and patience is
virtue.
Is a virtue. And
I say that to everybody. That's just a constant reminder as human beings we need to establish with ourselves.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. Number 6. Has your content content ideas changed over time?
Yeah. When I first started YouTube, I really wanted to go super hard with pranks, like just prank.
That's how people would get a lot of views.
I was doing stuff like bad bitch playlist, and I didn't really get into the vlog. I think I did my first vlog when I came to visit Arizona because I had an Airbnb, and everyone's like, you should definitely vlog out there. But I was like, I don't like vlogging. Like vlogging to me was really uncomfortable. Like really uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like doing a video in the house and doing a prank, or doing like a bad bitch playlist in the house, like that's so different. But like going out there and vlogging not only myself but other things was so weird for me. I feel like then it got switched to, and I was just posting motivational shit, only motivational shit. And then I just like started to step back and again realize that like I love pouring my heart out to you guys. I love motivating you guys, but there's also just, when it comes to my channel, there's just more that I want you guys to see and feel from me. Like I said, guys, I want to not only do motivational stuff, but I want to do fashion, and I want to do travel. And I think really vlogs and collaborations allow me to do that the most. Because
it's even like free range.
Yes, because even now us doing this is super motivational for you guys. You know what I'm saying? That vlog I just did going to that all women's networking event was super motivational. You know what I'm saying?
Please watch it.
Yes, literally.
I learned a few things.
Yes, even like the get ready with me's, you know, like I can still have those motivational and spiritual talks with you guys while I'm getting ready, and it still has my fashion sense in it. And I just feel like that's what I'm saying. Like straight up, vlogs and collaborations is like where it's at for me right now. And so I feel like, yeah, like my content has changed over time, and that's That's how it changed.
That's growth.
And that's how growth.
That's growth.
The sixth question I have for you, and I've really actually been like anticipating asking you this since I wrote it down, is where have you all performed? Like live performances.
Obviously in my home state, Arizona. When I was, you know, on my grind with shows, I was living out of state. So I didn't really get the opportunity to show up. I was able to show out, but not show up. And that's one thing I was really sad about. I performed out in New Mexico Las Cruces when I had my small business out there, and then they also had me perform for a grand opening, so that was really nice. I remember coming off the stage and you're like, you are so amazing. I was like, you're so sweet. You're like, what's your Instagram? Like, I'm into YouTube. We should collaborate sometimes. That was the first thing you said. Like, we need to collaborate. And I was kind of nervous actually, because I was like, damn, like collaborate, YouTube, camera. Like, but that was more so because I was not prepared for that, if you get me.
I feel like there was no one really like going up to her and like fangirling. So I was like, you know what? Let me go up to her and be that bitch for her tonight because she fucking killed it. She deserves a fucking fan. She deserves somebody to fangirl the fuck, like straight the fuck up.
That was actually one of my favorite performances, regardless of how the crowd was.
It was such a good performance. Like I can't.
It was my favorite. I remember locking eyes with one of the girls in the crowd, and everybody was trying to come up and talk to her, and she was just like the way I'm making eye contact with you in the camera is like, this is how she was. I don't know what she was going through. That girl, like,
she felt it. Like,
I sang to her. Like, that's
no, really, it'd be like that, y'all. Yeah. It's powerful. It is really powerful. Like, just to inspire one person, or like for one person to like feel you, or like you said, you know, I'm singing to her. Like, I could just feel that like she needed what I had to say or sing. It's very powerful.
There's some powerful ladies up in here. Number 7, What's it like balancing content creating while maintaining day-to-day activities? Has it become routine quite yet? And if it did, how did you combine the two?
I really like that question. For me, really big is discipline, self-accountability, and self-awareness. So I feel like all 3 of those have to go together to be able to do the daily routine that I do. And I think just showing up for myself in general, literally. But I think showing up for myself in general has also helped a lot to having discipline. Like, I have to discipline myself and understand that if I don't have certain things done, then I'm not going to do certain things. So if I haven't worked out after my 9 to 5 and I haven't edited for at least an hour or finished editing or uploaded, then I'm not gonna go smoke a blunt. And like, that to me is really big discipline. Like, I've had to really determine what works best for me and my channel, and having that blunt be one of those things that it's like, hey, if you get if you get all this done, you can have that before you go to bed. Like, I will literally not go to bed without smoking, which means I will not go to bed, period, unless my shit's done. Self-accountability, taking accountability for the fact that, you know, hey, yesterday I did go to the gym after my job and I did edit, but I said I was gonna post and upload today, and now it's dragging into tomorrow. So I need to take accountability for the fact that I slacked a little bit, and I'm not gonna be mad at myself for it, but I'm gonna take accountability for it, and we're gonna try again harder next time. Self-awareness is just being aware when you feel those emotions, because I'm not gonna sit here and come up and say like, oh, every single day I wake up and I know I'm gonna go do my 9 to 5, then I'm gonna go work out, then I'm gonna read and write, then I'm gonna edit, then I'm gonna post, because that's like an everyday thing for me. So like, I do have to acknowledge that some days I'm just not feeling it. So that kind of goes back into like being patient with yourself. There is some days where I'm like, I really can't, like, I seriously need like a nap after work. I need at least like an hour and a half. I need it. You know, I need to be aware that like my body needs it. Being aware of when I'm getting too comfortable. Really just being disciplined with your patterns, being aware of your patterns, and being accountable for your patterns. Patterns or habits or routine, same thing. So yeah, I really like that question, and I love that you're taking down notes. Like,
I'm just gonna start listing things that like
that just resonate. I hear that. I do hear that.
Because
I love
this is what we're gaining out of this video.
Absolutely. And I can't, like, and for me, it's like, I don't really have to write stuff down because I'm literally gonna have to go rewatch this entire fucking video to edit it. So I will get my notes later. So I got number 7 for her. I also have been waiting to ask her this question because it's just like such a cool question that I came up with. If you could pick a color to represent you as an artist, what would it be?
You're actually wearing my favorite color. Yellow.
You know what's crazy? If you guys see my apartment right now, she's wearing my freaking favorite fucking color.
Really?
I wouldn't say, no, I won't say pink is my favorite color. Green is actually my fave color, but pink really has been helping me step into my feminine energy because I operate in my masculine all the time. So I will say, like, right now, what makes me feel safe and feminine and just really happy is pink.
Yellow stems from my grandma. That was her favorite color growing up, and I never understood why until I actually understood. Does that make sense? I used to think, like, why yellow? Yellow is such a weird color. I don't know if you've heard, like, Van Gogh, I think it was, that he was depressed, so when he would paint, he would literally eat yellow paint because he said that's made him happy inside. Like, something along the lines of that. If you want to correct me, you're more than welcome to correct me in the comments. That's when I understood, okay, yellow. And I started rocking it more, I started wearing it more. It was my happy color, and I want to be that happy color, but like music-wise.
All the time.
Lovely. Number 8. What's the hardest part of being a content creator?
I think the hardest part about being a content creator, and I feel like other content creators might be able to agree with me on this, is when you really need that break, but your job is social media. When you need that break from social media, but your job is social media, knowing when to break up that time, because obviously I love to go on social media and look at other inspiration, see what other people are doing, post my stuff to promote myself, and post my videos and edit. Really recognizing when that is consuming me and when I really need a break from it, and because I can't just delete it how I used to delete it because I'm a content creator, really knowing like, hey, so this is the time, this is like the block period I'm gonna have, and I literally just got that from one of my videos, that this is the block period that I'm gonna have to edit and to scroll for inspiration or to post on social media, but I am not going to go on these apps or touch this phone any other part of the day because I need that time away from it. So I feel like that's definitely probably like one of the hardest parts about being a content creator.
So distance,
absolutely. Being aware of when you're feeling like that, how you're feeling. Hey, I'm going through something outside of content creation, outside of my job, outside of my career, but I don't want that to seep in. Just how like any other 9 to 5, you know, you would say like, hey, I leave all my at-home issues at the door. We don't have that door to leave our issues at. So really knowing how to separate personal and content creation / business / career. Number 8 I have for you is, who is your favorite artist / what are the artists that inspired you the most on your music making journey?
More of like influencing my voice and style of music. Growing up, I sang a lot of karaoke. So my go-tos are always like Adele, Alicia Keys, those kind of vibes.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, just like with your singing forte and style, like definitely for sure.
Along with that, as I got older, I definitely wanted to stem into like rapping, more so instead of singing, more talking. Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is my queen. My goal is to make a song with Lauryn Hill. So Lauren, if you ever come across me or this video.
Basically what she's saying is her and Lauryn Hill have a collab coming up.
Yeah.
And it's just on the way to her.
You're bold for thinking that, but thank you.
No, I'm not bold for thinking that. No, I'm real for knowing that. Like, manifestation is so real, like dead ass. It's on the way to you. Because if E.T. can be my mentor, Lauryn Hill can be your collaboration guest. Yes. Don't play with yourself. Stop selling yourself short.
That's going in the notes.
Stop selling yourself short.
Definitely Lauryn Hill. And my cousin. My cousin was within, my dad's group. It's weird now that I think about it, because when I was younger, I could not go to sleep unless I listened to Lauryn Hill or my cousin.
Period.
Literally, like, it was requirements.
Okay.
Like, point blank requirement.
Like, I'm not cracking my eyes closed unless it's on. Like, seriously.
Literally. Yeah, she really inspired me. Regardless of, who she is today, she definitely still inspires me. So, yeah, definitely my number 1, along with Lauryn Hill. Period. Number 9. What keeps you motivated to keep creating content?
Y'all do.
She said y'all. I thought she was gonna be like y'all and then say it.
No, like,
y'all was the answer.
Straight up, like my supporters. I never call you guys followers. I never call you guys subscribers. I never call you guys fans. You guys are my supporters. Like, you guys support me so much. You guys uplift me. Even y'all that are watching me from a distance and supporting me from a distance, you haven't even said a word for me. I don't even know that you watch my YouTube channel like that. You guys have literally just helped me so much keep going. Like, if I can at least get like literally like a singular view on a video, I'm making content for someone. So to even like have 30 views, 50 views, 100 views, 1,000 views, like that is so crazy to me. And I literally would not be posting if I had 0 views on my videos. I wouldn't. Like, I would literally, like, it would get so played the fuck out. I really just want to like put this in there because I was like actually just talking about this. Is like a lot of people be like, I'm self-made, you know, self-made this, self-made that, and like I could just never take credit for that. As much as like I'm self-profited and everything I have and everything I do, like editing wise, is all by myself. Like, I am not self-made, because to get to where I'm going and where I'm headed and where I am now, it has all been because of my supporters, and I could literally have not done that without y'all. I'm creeping up slowly but surely onto 500 subscribers. And I look at that as I'm almost halfway to getting monetized, and really from monetization, it's up from there. What keeps me motivated is y'all. Even when I fall off, who's the, like, I don't want to come back for myself. If I was just sitting here watching myself and I didn't get any singular views on a video, I would fall off and never come back on. Like, I may fall off, but I come back on every single time for y'all, because if I'm off for like even 2 or 3 months, people will reach out and be like, I'm waiting for you to get back on YouTube. Like, you guys are so patient with me. Sometimes you guys have been more patient with me than I've been with myself. Even more understanding with me than I've been understanding with myself. So it's like, really, that motivates me. Like, if I fall off on the days I don't want to post, on the days I don't even want to edit, on the days that I don't even want to get up and shoot, like, y'all straight up motivate me. You don't have to do nothing but watch. You know, that's why I don't even get mad that some of y'all motherfuckers don't like my videos.
Side eye.
Side eye! Like that shit now! But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get mad that y'all don't like my videos, because it's the fact that you're watching it that matters to me most. But that to me is support itself. Just like watching and tuning in, tapping that link when you see it on Instagram or Snapchat or wherever you see it, or if you have that bell to get a notification when I post. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being it, just coming on here and watching me like that is just the motivation itself. Official. Love you guys. Like, seriously, appreciate you guys more than you will ever know.
Mucho amor. Yes.
So take me through your thought process and your like your mentality getting ready for a stage set.
Ooh.
What does that look like?
I do that. I take a deep breath. I tend to trick my brain. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'll always be like, oh my God, I'm nervous. No, bitch, you're excited.
Like, seriously.
In a situation where you're like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I'm going to be nervous. Nervousness and excitement is the same emotion, just depending on how you take it.
It's literally depending on your viewpoint. You can literally look at it as a positive or a negative.
Like,
look at it positive, you're excited
over it.
Or if you're thinking about a negative, you're literally scared, nervous,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Me, I always focus on, okay, am I going to do more crowd control? What kind of music am I going to do? Like, what songs? Because I do have a variety of just different songs. So depending on where I'm performing, who the audience is, I choose very wisely on the songs I'm going to perform. Usually you get about, 3 to 4 songs. Like Intoxicated. That one automatically heads turn, everybody's attention there, boom. And then that's when I like to walk, on the stage. And that kind of just relieves any nervous nerves.
Yeah.
Like that night I performed where we met, I was kind of nervous, more specifically because I did smoke before I perform, which is always a no-no. I never drink or smoke or nothing. I am completely sober before I perform, and while I'm performing. I always remind myself, regardless of what happens, it's okay. I did good. I gave it my all. Even if I trip and fall, even if I say the wrong words, just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Not only that, you showed up. Like, there's a lot of people that aren't showing up for themselves, that want to do what you're doing, that aren't showing up for themselves.
When you mess up or you slip up, nobody's going to know unless you make it known. Nobody's going to know unless you make it known. I always remind myself, look, be comfortable. This is your stage. This is your platform. Own that stage like it's your damn throne.
Okay.
It is.
It is. Period. I love that. That was a really great answer.
last but not least,
Make it a
number
good
10.
one.
This is actually a really good one. What would you advise your beginner content creator or content creating self and other beginners with what you know now?
So I want to specifically give this to the people that are thinking about starting a YouTube channel or have been wanting to start a YouTube channel or, you know, might in the future think about starting a YouTube channel, is that this is a process. And I know a lot of people told me that when I was first starting out, but I don't think I really grasped that meaning until I'm like literally in the midst of the process. Like the process is still processing. Like I'm in the middle of the process right now. I would just have to say is to allow yourself, and leave it as an open-ended sentence, to allow yourself breaks, to allow yourself to fall off, to allow yourself to make mistakes, or to post a bad video, or to post a video without a thumbnail, or to post a video without an intro, or to post a video without an extra. I just really encourage you guys to be allowing and be patient. What you were saying, be patient with yourself, be allowing, and don't take it seriously. Like, don't get on YouTube because you want to be a famous YouTuber. Get on YouTube because like you're really passionate about the content that you're pushing out. Make sure you're passionate about it and you're doing it because you love to do it and because you love to, you know, connect with other people that are doing what you're trying to do or are into the things that you're posting about. Because if you're doing it unauthentically, it will never work out for you and it just will never resonate with you. Like, honestly, that's like the best advice I can say. And when I say be allowing, again, just to give yourself those breaks, to allow yourself to make mistakes, to allow yourself to fall off and get back on, and allow yourself to have bad videos and post terrible content and fuck up. And it's just a process, but literally it's such an unappreciated process. Like, I think I've learned so much about myself through my own channel. Like, that's the best advice that I would have to give you guys. My question for you: what is next for you and your music?
Definitely more videos like this, for sure. I actually enjoy doing this. This is actually my first, sit down, talk, asking questions, being very interactive with the acai bowls and things as such. And I really did enjoy it. Before I would have been very nervous. I wouldn't have not known how to act in front of the camera, more so just what to do with myself, how to respond. So definitely more content like this and music videos.
Yes, y'all stay so motherfucking tuned. Like,
yes. Album number 2 is on the way.
Basically giving y'all the rundown that album number 2 is on the way, so you guys literally have time right now to literally tap the description button and click that link that I have there for you and check out her fucking music.
Yes.
Like right now.
Yes.
I'm super, super grateful that this aligned so beautifully. The questions that you had for me, one, were amazing. Thank you so much for just getting some great questions that I could allow my supporters to get to know me better. But I'm so glad that you got to answer all the questions that I've literally had for you for a long ass time. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to see where you go, just like with your music, but also, like possibly with content creation, with YouTube, and just like where our collabs are gonna go, because this is definitely not gonna be our last collab.
No, it's not.
No.
I myself had a lot of questions answered, too, because I've never been comfortable enough to be like, oh yeah, let's do a video, let's do this.
Right.
And you're the first person I was like, okay, yeah. And it wasn't even like, oh, let me take into consideration. It was just like, yeah.
Glad that I made you comfortable and safe enough within yourself to express that part of yourself, because I just felt like you were so natural in front of the camera. Aww. That honestly, from a content creator's point of view, you're very natural in front of the camera. So I'm just I just can't wait to see now how you reflect on this yourself and where this takes you. I think it'll definitely be big for you. Like I said, I appreciate you for coming on here today. I appreciate you guys for tuning in always. You guys always tune in and you guys always show love, regardless if you smash that like button or not. That's pretty much it for the video. Make sure you guys, like I said, go in the description, show her love. Make sure you guys show me some love, show the video some love, and we'll see y'all later.
Catch ya.